Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back. Today we are beginning season 3 of Heartstopper. Last week, apparently, somehow I scared a lot of people into thinking that I wasn't going to be covering the season for some reason. I have no idea. Like, even like reading it back, like I couldn't put together why people were making that assumption just because I was talking about we're going to be putting up the poll soon for what show's going to take this place because I mean, we're on the last season, so be prepared. There's going to be a poll coming for whatever's going to be taking its place. We don't have long with this show. It didn't mean I was stopping last week. I don't know. Anyway, a lot of people got real scared that I was just dropping the show before reaching the end, and well, that is not the case. We are here. We are diving into season 3. I've been told by many a person to get tissues for this, and I've never needed a tissue in my life. So we're going to go into this and see what happens, man. You know, after this, though, we will be out of show to watch as far as this goes. And there's not going to be a season 4 to my understanding. Instead, we will be getting a movie that will conclude this story. So that's kind of exciting, which when that comes out, we will cover it as soon as that's available. So with that said, let's get ready to see where we are now with our gang. So guys, if you want to see the full reaction, as always, you can check that out over on Patreon. It is in watch along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote what movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do the things we do over here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To least leave a like. Drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. That all sent out of the way. Let's go ahead and hop into episode 1. Love. Here we go. Wait, are we in Tori's room? There's like a little sculpture that looked like her and then a letter to her. Yeah. I don't know why it keeps putting that cursor in the subtitles when I'm watching this.
Nick, I have something to tell you.
That you love him?
And you don't have to say it back yet. I mean, but
I
want you to feel the same way too eventually. Stop spying on me.
Stop declaring your love so loudly then. I'm shocked you haven't said it already.
I don't want him to have to say the awkward I love you too because he feels obligated to.
You don't think he feels the same? He's literally obsessed with you.
Oh.
Well, we're going to the beach today, and he's on holiday for 3 weeks, so...
Oh,
So tell him
no.
today.
No.
Yes.
No.
Such a good sister, man.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. I'm here too. Nothing. Don't worry about it. Ignore the bubbles. That's not a vest? You guys and your weird words for things.
Dinner at mine tonight?
Haven't we had pizza at yours like 4 times in the past week?
Not pizza. I'm gonna cook us a candlelit dinner.
With what cooking skill?
With the power of romance!
I will call upon the romance gods, and they will grant me their gifts.
Why don't you let me win one time? No, I'm faster. I need the win. I got kicked out of my house. Oh, last night you hogged the duvet, so...
Wait, again or still kicked out?
Living with you is like a dream.
Aww.
Heads up!
Get fucked. And she's still lost. How is she still the last one there? Come on, Darcy, get in the game.
Well, I did tell you not to bring all of that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm bringing the fun.
Oh, Imogen, you poor, poor soul.
You can do it. You're amazing. I love you.
I'm here for moral support. Swoon.
Charlie, can you know my back, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
How long, like, was it between, like, filming-wise, between seasons 2 and 3? Because everybody is, I mean, obviously, this is how time works. Noticeably older. I'm just curious how much so. Oh, wait, didn't this just come out recently?
Thank you.
Like, not that long
I think
ago?
it's too early for me to say that. Sorry.
Get out of your head. Get out of your head. You know he loves you.
Well done.
You have someone?
No, I don't really burn, I just tan. You just tan?
I don't understand that. What do you mean you just tan? I kind of do both.
You got a little bit of
All over. Actually, you just everyone needs sunscreen, Charlie.
That is true. Mm.
It's for my girlfriend. She's over there. Official girlfriend. We've only been dating for like 3 weeks, but it's been a whirlwind.
Tal, shut the fuck up.
98, please.
I mean, that's adorable, man. He's proud. He's happy.
Keep the change.
But God. Oh, hold up. When did this come out? I need to know. Okay, so it came out this past October.
I want the most romantic summer ever with you before you go to Lambert.
Well, I support that idea.
Hmm.
What are we playing?
Volleyball?
Volleyball.
Okay. Nick versus the girls. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we're next team.
Put Darcy girls stick together.
I don't care, I hate gender.
Hell yeah!
Anyway, let's do it.
Everybody versus Nick.
You okay? You seem kind of stressed out.
I want to say the words I love you. You know I get stressed out of this stuff.
Oh, yes, I am very aware. Well, why don't you just sit here staring at him all day instead, then?
Yeah. Love it. The passive aggressiveness.
In the changing rooms.
Yeah, this is an entirely different context.
Right.
Because now this is like Top
Really get the
Gun.
appeal.
What with anyone?
Oh.
No, not really.
Mm.
I've never seen someone really attractive and just felt like butterflies.
I think I'm immune.
That's one way to put it.
Do you think you're asexual then?
Probably.
Aww.
Probably aromantic, too.
I don't really know what that is.
That's all right. You can Google it later.
Mm.
You could tell the others, Isaac. They'd be supportive.
No, I know they would be. Honestly, I just can't be bothered to give everyone a vocab lesson.
Fair. Fair.
I
Aww.
love you.
Oh, I love you too. And if you can say that to me, you can definitely say it to Nick.
That is totally
That is not the same. I appreciate the support, though. Oh, that looks so good. Doesn't help that I'm hungry right now. Oh. Mm.
Hello. Hi.
Feed him. Turn it into a little game.
Ice lollies, or are you just gonna keep flirting?
Yes. To both.
We're all full up, actually. Sorry.
Do you have any cola ones?
And more for us.
Can I have an ice cream?
Yes.
Mm. Nice little cover there, though.
I love this. Do you actually? It's all flowy in the wind.
Oh, Tao, you're probably not going to see her for 5 whole minutes. You're going to be okay.
We're having our summer of romance.
You're cancelling plans with us to go on dates with her, apparently.
Don't worry, the honeymoon period won't last forever.
It might.
Oh no, Tal's got to get in his head about that. Yep, there he goes. She is leaving after all. Isn't Nick leaving soon too? He is like a year ahead of everybody.
She's been chatting to her gran a bit on the phone and she wants Darcy to live with her. Not that I want Darcy to move out or anything, it's just been a bit, you know.
Smothering, probably.
I feel bad.
Everybody needs their space. You know, if you have your own home, like as an adult, and you're not living with anybody else, there's space in the house to go to. But when you're in this situation, she's probably in your room. There's probably not other places to go, and like it can be a little much. Like it can be complicated.
Anyway, there's that,
Like that.
and starting sixth form and thinking about uni options, and it's all just.
Hello?
Yeah.
Am I the only one who's stressed about starting sixth form?
No, I guess
I haven't been thinking about it.
distracted by
Mm.
other things.
He's been way too concerned with Charlie to be thinking about himself right now. Hmm.
There's something I need to talk to Charlie about. It's something serious. It's hard to know how to talk to him about it without making things worse.
You're doing your best.
You're doing a pretty damn good job, man.
See you again, please. Yes, so. Wanna come?
Oh! Man, I have not been to a beach in maybe 20 years. Otherwise, I would drown you right now. See, they're saying it so openly. Shara and Darcy really are like a framework for them. But he's just out here by himself. Come on, Charlie. Come out and swim, Charlie.
Come and see me.
I really don't want to take my shirt off.
I'm dry in the sun.
Yep. There we go. Dunk him! Dunk him!
Where should I put you? Where should I put you?
Kadoosh! Yeah! Quite the opposite.
I need to talk to you about something.
Yeah, I do too.
You go first.
No. You go first, please. No. No. Shit.
I think you have an eating disorder.
That is not what he was thinking he was going to say.
I know you don't want me to try and fix you or anything.
Oh no.
I just care about you so much. I can see how much worse it's been getting recently. I'm just trying.
I don't think I do. I know that I've got some issues. I don't think they're that bad.
You sure? Are you angry at me?
Oh no.
No.
Is that what you wanted to talk about as well?
Yeah.
Shit. No. A day at the beach will tucker your ass out. Oh, there you go. Oh no, and that's where we're gonna leave it for a few days, weeks. Shit.
Gonna be the longest you spent apart since you first met.
Oh, are you gonna miss me?
Maybe a little bit.
A little bit? It's very, very rude.
You know I'm gonna miss you a lot.
Right, I'm gonna go and have a shower. Movie after?
Only if it's not Marvel.
Ah, yes. Forgot you have no taste. Hey.
I'm with you, Nick. Well, depends on the Marvel movie, to be fair.
Maybe you should try living with your gran. You might have more space if you lived with her.
I don't need more space. I live with my dream girlfriend.
Oh, God.
I love you, and I love being near you. I love waking up with you, and I love spending every day with you.
You see the fear and the heartbreak in her eyes right now, man.
I need some personal space too. I need some personal space. If you really don't want to, then it's fine. She seems nice, and maybe you could just try it because it's okay.
It's okay. We'll try it. I'll call her.
Yeah?
Yeah. And besides, I'll get more time in the shower, seeing as you spend like an hour in the morning.
I do not.
Yeah, man. We're seeing like little
I love you too.
fractures in everybody's relationships right now, which is only natural to have. Like, not everything's going to be smooth, especially as life gets a little more complicated. I think I think they're as fine as they possibly could be.
I'm making dinner for my girlfriend. Thank you, Mom.
I've already tried to help, but he's too stubborn.
Just, please don't burn down my house, huh?
Okay. Oh my god.
Okay, we can just order pizza.
No, I promised you a summer of romance. I'm going to have a romantic candlelit dinner.
So we can have a romantic candlelit Domino's.
Hell yeah.
I want everything to be perfect this summer. Everything's going to change when you go to Lambert. And we've only got 3 weeks left together. And you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. I don't want to lose you.
How?
You're not going to lose her just because you've made a bad dinner one time or had one other night of Domino's.
I'm not going to dump you because you're a terrible cook.
I wouldn't say terrible. Maybe not my strongest skill, but
Can you let me
Gotta
sort
work
out
at
a
it.
romantic candlelit dinner?
I can sort it. It's fine. It's all...
Al, let me treat you this time.
Yeah. No. You gonna invade while he's in the shower?
My mum said I have to go home. Give me 2 minutes, I can walk you home. No, it's fine. You know when we were in the sea? Yeah.
Oh.
When you asked me whether the eating thing was what I wanted to talk to you about, it wasn't what I was actually going to talk to you about. I was actually going to say that I love you.
Oh God, Nick, please. What are you doing? What are you doing? Barge through that door.
Yeah.
Barge through that door right now.
Anyway, I can walk myself home. Bye.
No! Charlie! No! What do you mean? No! Oh! Shit!
Charlie! Oh, close!
Oh, God damn it!
Such an idiot.
He better bionic man just down the road after him. Oh God, barefoot. Oh no. Ah, there we go! There we go!
Charlie! Charlie!
Oh, thank God. For a second, I was like, don't get hit by a car.
Hi.
Hi.
I did it when I was in the shower.
Sorry.
No, that's why.
Mm.
Alright, can you say what you said again, please?
It's embarrassing. I love you. And you don't have to say it back. I just wanted to tell you because you're going away and I won't see you for a few weeks.
I love you too.
No.
I love you so much.
You're not just saying that because I said it, are you?
Charlie. Come here, you idiot.
Yeah.
You're still damp.
Yeah, well, you're the one who said I love you for the first time when I was in the shower.
I really like this.
Why are you like this? Yes, there you go.
And you love me.
Yes.
And I love you.
You cuties. Well, look what they ended up doing. Candlelit dinner with Domino's.
You liked it. I saw you peeping at me on the beach.
I was not peeping.
It's okay. It's allowed. We're in love.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
House with no shoes on.
Yeah, that's how in love I am. You do the same for me.
Yeah, I would.
So cute, man. I'm glad we had a nice little button end on that where we kind of got past some of these little hiccups. Because as much as Charlie's still in denial about his situation, because Nick, I mean, quite clearly, Nick loves him and cares deeply. It's just, and it's because of that he's so fixated on what's been going on. He's so worried. But Charlie's just, he's lost almost in the same way, but about a completely different thing. Nick knows that what he's doing isn't good for him and all this kind of stuff. And it's this thing he's noticed the longer they've been together, and he's wants to address it. He wants to help. There's that desire, you know, because he loves him. You know, they've both been on the precipice of saying it up until this point, but then Charlie's so fixated on finally saying it, expressing it himself. And, you know, it's just, it's the way they've been kind of fixated on the other in these different ways. It's just, I don't know. It was really nice to see. But like, because of all of that too, you know, Nick was also afraid to bring it up, because anytime you bring up something like that about somebody else, that you run the risk of them recoiling, retreating, denying, whatever. And he denied and he retreated. He did all the things, especially in that moment of all moments when it's like, oh, I got something I want to say to you. And, oh yeah, I mean, me too. On completely different wavelengths as far as what was needed to be said by each of them. And in that moment, it just made Charlie feel so terrible in that moment. You know, it just put a little damper on that whole situation. Everybody's kind of got, every relationship is going to have its humps. And especially when you're kind of uncertain and if you're insecure like Charlie, and you have these things that manifest in this way, and then also you have this dream of a significant other that you never once in your life thought maybe you might have. And to be in this situation where you're loved, or at least you think you are, at any moment you're thinking it's just a dream, that at some point the reality is going to crumble and fade away, and all these poor things you've always thought about yourself are only just going to be proven true in the end. So you're always he's always waiting for the other foot to fall, the other, whatever the fucking phrase is. With that though, that's what they're kind of wrestling through this entire time in this episode, is navigating both of these little hurdles that they're each kind of struggling with. You know, Nick has very much so been fixated on all this ever since he started to pick up on it. But Charlie just tries to keep on acting like it doesn't exist, keep on just persevering through all of it. You know, just because, again, like in the conversation they had, he's trying to not have anybody worry about him, because that's the last thing he wants, is anybody to shoulder his problems or to be a burden or perceived as such in any kind of way. And yeah, it's just heartbreaking to see that, but so uplifting the way they navigated all of this. And even though it wasn't through a phone, he did do it through a door. And Nick was like, what are you doing? You said it while I was in the shower. What? Though Nick did take a hot minute to respond, probably because he was maybe a little befuddled. One, that it was said out loud. And then two, the revelation that it was happening while he was in the shower. Because the moment that Charlie just had his little like embarrassment moment and ran off, he was like, shit, fuck. And then slipped and fell and then almost ran outside naked. And then, yeah, it was a whole mess, but it was a cute, endearing little mess all the same. And like all of Charlie's fears, no matter how strong they are or whatever, it's all in his head. And it's just the reality of their situation is like Nick loves him, you know, faults and all. That's why he brought it up, because he loves him anyway. And that was their hurdle in this episode, but we reached a compromise by the end of it where it worked out in the end, especially since we had a timetable, since Nick was going away for 3 weeks. And if we didn't kind of resolve this before that, you know, who knows? I'm also going to wonder if we're going to like skip ahead and he'll be back, or if we're going to have to deal with his absence during a couple of these episodes. And it just makes me wonder what's going to happen there, what all's going to go on with Nick while, you know, he's away. And meanwhile, speaking of people going away, you know, this is their last summer before Elle goes to Lambert. So Tao is being Tao, and he's like, everything needs to be perfect. And again, it goes back to their first date where he's trying to be a version of himself it's not something you could sustain. You can't, every day can't be the perfect day, the perfect date, the perfect everything. I understand. I understand his headspace. I understand the desire. It is a sweet, endearing desire, and everybody else gets it as well. But he's over concerned, over worried, especially because he's like, I'm not going to break up with you because I'm leaving. I'm not going to break up with you because of you're a bad cook, or this one little date went poorly. And then they compromise by the end. He's just so scared, especially after we learned why and the kind of the root of that. It just explains so much about his character. It's really hard for him to let go and be free in these moments because he's just afraid. He tries so hard to hold on, and he just needs to relax. And in this moment, I like that Elle was like, hey, let me take care of you for a moment. Let me treat you. It just shows that like the dynamic there and the health there between the two of them, that she can recognize that this relationship and a relationship in general goes both ways. It's not like he doesn't need to always be the one overexerting himself unrealistically to just try to hold this all together. And I like the way they kind of navigated that. And then, with Tara and Darcy, when they were talking about her, she got kicked out. I don't know if she got kicked out again or if this is just, she is still out from the previous kicking, like when they went to prom and she had been gone that whole time. Has she been gone since then, or did she get kicked out again? I'm curious, but she's been living with Tara, and as much as they love each other and as much as you love anyone, like, you can get tired of them. Everybody needs their own personal space and their own alone time to center themselves, to be with themselves. Everybody needs that to maintain some kind of healthy relationship with themselves and everybody around them. Because like a lot of people, myself definitely, can be burned out socially. It takes a lot of energy for me to be social. It takes a lot of energy for me to be around people. And I need my time to recharge. And when you're in a situation where they're at the age they are at, Tara's living with her family. She doesn't have multiple rooms where they can go and they can retreat. They share this room. Her personal space is shared, and that's fine in doses and whatever, but over time that can be smothering, that can be draining because you have nowhere to retreat. You are always surrounded, and that doesn't mean you don't love the other person. It's just healthy for us to have our own space, have our own time, have our own activities, have our own things, some things that are just ours, so that we don't burn out and we don't burn out the other people around us. The flip side of that, though, is Darcy is kind of, God, you could see that when like Tara tried to drop the hint, maybe she should consider living with her grandmother and stuff like that. Like the fucking terror in Darcy's eyes was palpable. It was just so strong, especially given her home life. The fact that she's rejected there, she's got nowhere else really to go. And she's not certain about this thing with her grandmother. And now she's almost kind of feeling like maybe she's being cast out here. So now she's just like, because this is like everything she's ever wanted. She could be herself. She could be with the person she loves, blah, 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 blah. She's kind of the opposite of Tara, because there are some people that don't feel that need to recharge. There are some people that thrive in sociability, and Darcy seems to be one of those people. So it can be a little bit difficult to navigate that, but I think a lot of that is rooted in the rejection at her home. She's got that fear of being rejected here. I think she understood. But it doesn't, even if you understand, sometimes you can't, like with Charlie, you can't shake the negative fears and thoughts that you have in the back of your brain. Like some part of you is always going to be a little bit doubtful of what's going on, or concerned that, if things don't work out, if she can't go out, what is this going to do to Tara now that she's raised this concern? It's like, what if, she does reach out to her grandmother and that doesn't work out and she still does stay here? Now there's the fear that the longer she's here, the worse this relationship could get. It just gets complicated. It gets messy. But I'm glad they're having these conversations. They're not letting these things fester. They're not letting them boil over. They're trying to address these things as they are coming up. But it's a very real conversation to have. And, a lot of people really struggle to have that conversation. But then Isaac, for the first time, I didn't even think about this aspect of it. The fact that as he was learning about it, nobody else really got that either yet. For whatever reason, I guess I just kind of assumed that once he figured out about himself, naturally that would have spread throughout the group. But then they just finally had this conversation just between him and Charlie here, as everybody else was out in the sea playing around in the water. And, I like that too. Like, you know, Charlie was like, okay, so maybe you're asexual. And he's like, yeah, maybe aromantic too. And then I like that Charlie was like, I don't even know what that is. I like that they show like this desire to understand, to empathize, to learn, and to educate themselves, because that's more than a lot of people are willing to do. And I think asexuality, I think aromanticism is a lot harder for people to understand than asexuality. Weirdly enough, it does confound a lot of people. Hell, I've been in that spot before as well, because I'm very much so of both. So like, it has taken me a long time, I think, to understand it, even myself, that some people just don't feel that. As confounding as that is to me at times, and has been, you know, it's a very real thing. And I think a lot of people don't, you know, they just struggle to wrap themselves around that, especially somebody who's so romantic like Charlie, so in love, so attracted to Nick, and just being like, oh, and then Isaac just doesn't have any of that for anyone. And that's fine. Like, nothing's wrong with him. It's just like, it can come to quite a shock, especially like how Isaac pointed out, and how other people have. Everything in our lives, books, TV, all of this stuff is so catered around, honestly, romance at the end of the day. It's always a core part of most stories in some way, shape, or form. And, you know, you kind of can't get away from it. And I think a lot of that helps feed into the lack of understanding around it, which is why I think it's really important to showcase it in something like this. Just how they really show some attention and care and love for everybody in this, in just the entirety of the spectrum, the whole range. You know, and then we have Imogen here again with the other friend. I still don't know her name, but you know, she's still coming along. Again, the prom thing, I don't know if they're meaning to imply anything there. We didn't see any escalation of that other than them making fun of Imogen because she brought way too much stuff to the beach. But it was nice seeing this friend group grow, expand, and get more comfortable with each other, even while they're dealing with their own internal struggles and stuff like that. And the way that they're there for each other, and the way that Charlie is doing his own research into what's going on with Isaac and what he's discovered about himself, in the same way that Nick has been doing the same thing about Charlie and his eating disorder and being able to recognize these things. There's a lot of similarities going on, even if they're all kind of doing their own thing in a different way, in a different field. I don't know if I'm making sense. But guys, as always, another fantastic episode, and honestly a really great way to kind of just set the stage for this next section of the story, where everybody's at, what everybody's dealing with, and kind of painting a good little picture of it. I like that it at least ends on a pretty hopeful bookend, but it does leave me a little guarded as to what may happen, since this is just the start. So what kind of trials and tribulations are awaiting around the corner? We'll have to wait and find out. But guys, what did you think? How do you feel? Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Share, Your Course God, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, Watchtower, Domi, Gregory Tono, Lily Chan Son, Joshua Gonell, and Nikki G. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for the video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.